Hey guys, my name is Christy and this is by Crafty Country. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. I hope you like and consider subscribing before you leave. For today's DIY, I'm going to be using one of these houses that I got from Dollar Tree at Christmas time. And I'm going to start by pretty much just tearing it down, and then I'm going to cover it up and start over. So I am prying off the roof part and the wreath, and I was careful not to tear them up. I know I'm going to be needing the roof later, so I don't want to tear that up because I'm going to be putting it back on. So I want to get the glitter off of this. So what I did was I got a wet paper towel and I laid it on it and tried to scrape it off, and that did not work. So I used sandpaper or sanding block and sanded it off. So once I got that wiped down and all cleaned up, I am covering it with Mod Podge. You could do 2 coats, or what I did is I just did 1 super thick coat. So you need to let this dry. Either way, you need to let it dry 100% before you move on to the next step. So I have very little patience, so I used my heat gun to speed the process along. If you do this, just be careful. Don't linger in one spot too long and don't get too close to your project. Now, I want to attach this fabric, and all I'm doing is I use an iron on it. I did forget to use parchment paper. Put your fabric on your sign and then put parchment paper down and iron on that. That way your iron doesn't get that Mod Podge on it. Now, once I got the fabric ironed on completely, I am now just sanding the fabric away, just fraying it away. And this worked on most of it, but once I get to the top, there are some bends and turns that I can't get into. So all I did was take my scissors and just trim it away, because once I put the roof back on, you won't even be able to tell. But just get as much as you can off. Now here I wanted to get the extra paper off of the back of the roof, and then I'm just going to hot glue it back down. Now, since the fabric is stuck on the sign, all I have to do is put the hot glue on top of the fabric and then glue my roof back on. Now, one side, the fabric did come loose from the sign, so all I had to do was just squirt some hot glue in there and pinch it back shut. Now, I did have extra fabric frayed around the roof, so I just took the sanding block and cleaned that off. And here I am using a greenery pick. I had no idea what these leaves are, but all I'm doing is I pulled 4 pieces off, and I am going to glue them all 4 together end to end. And then I decided to wrap them, and like you'll see me doing here, and I'm just making a little wreath to put on the front of the house. So once I decided how big I wanted it, I just started twisting it and wrapping it, and I glue it all in place, and then it is ready to go on the house. For this next step, I'm going to be using a galvanized word welcome. They come in a pack that I got in the fall, and it was I believe it was thankful, harvest, and welcome. So I bought a few extra, that way I would have words to do projects year round. So all I did was I just hot glued it to the front. I just put like little dabs of it. I think I did like 4 different points. I just kind of tacked it on, and it held very well to the sign. Once I got it all done, I looked at it and I decided I did not like the brown roof, so I went ahead and painted that black. And I did use the Waverly chalk paint in the color ink. I forgot to mention that part, but that is all there is to this one. I hope you guys really enjoyed this DIY. It's easy peasy, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I hope you hit the thumbs up button, and if you are not already a subscriber, I really hope you consider doing so. Thanks for watching, guys.